the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Coming up on the news at noon, feeling safe while riding the metro, how people are feeling just one day after a deadly shooting. And later, did Punxsutawney Phil see his shadow? We'll tell you if we could see 6 more weeks of winter. And good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Weather forecaster Brittany Ward is in for Damon Matson, and she was joining us now with the latest check on the forecast. Brittany, I was just taking a peek outside. I think I see sunshine. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but what are we going to expect later today?
You know, Mark, your eyes are not deceiving you.
Okay.
You are starting to see those peaks of sunshine. Those clouds will begin to clear as we head into your afternoon. And overall, it's shaping out to be a very nice day out there. Take a look at satellite showing you the overall picture this morning. We did have some clouds out there, but again, you're starting to see them move out of our area. Now, we are keeping our eye out, though, on that cold front that is just off to our north. That's going to slip through as we head into your Friday, and that's going to be bringing us some chilly weather. Overall, the overall setup, we do have high pressure just off to our south. This low down to our south that's slowly moving out of the area gave us a few upslope snow flurries across the late Alleghenies late this morning, but overall, we are starting to dry out, and temperatures right now are fairly cool out there. We're talking about upper 30s here in DC, 36 as you head there to Frederick, 35 in Hagerstown. You head further off into those mountain counties, that's where we're starting to see our temperatures dip down into the lower 30s. So looking ahead in the next 3 days, well, again, today's going to be a mild day out there. We're seeing those temperatures in the mid 40s. That mixture of sun and clouds will be the trend as we head into your Thursday. Then we go into Friday. We do have a DMV first warn day in effect for Friday and Saturday because those bitter wind chills, it's going to feel like 0 to even single digits out there. So definitely keep it here. We'll time out that forecast for you guys coming up in just a bit.
All right, Brittany, thank you. Isaiah Troutman, the 31-year-old arrested for shooting 3 people in a metro station, killing one, is now formally charged by police. As the investigation continues, riders and people in the neighborhood are worried about their safety. DC News Now's Lex Juarez spent the morning talking with them and learning of plans to keep anxiety around the metro low.
The Potomac Avenue Metro Station and bus stop are still busy 1 day after 3 people were shot, one of them dying on the platform. Riders tell me they're feeling uneasy, but that they rely on the Metro to get them where they need to be.
We have a lot of neighbors in the area who obviously take the Metro to go to their jobs or take their kids to school. So I've had a lot of folks who reached out to me yesterday and have expressed concern in the past. Safety has been a growing concern in the neighborhood. At the beginning of this week, they held a meeting with the advisory neighborhood commissioner to talk about solutions. And, their immediate thought, of course, as anybody would be, is, I could have been there at that time. That could have been me. And that's a terrifying thought. It's not, something anyone should ever have to think about on their way to work. LaFortune says there needs to be a long-term plan. But in the meantime, he's working to increase police presence. No, it's not going to happen overnight. This is a traumatic experience for everyone in the neighborhood, for everyone who uses Metro, but we'll need to move forward together. Well, it's still not clear why Isaiah Troutman went on the violent rampage. He is expected in court today at 1:30. In Southeast D.C., I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Thank you, Lex. New at noon, a second person has died after a house fire in Aspen Hill. It happened Monday night. A woman in her 60s who was rescued from the home and taken to the hospital died last night. This, according to Montgomery County Fire and Rescue crews. A man in his 80s who was also rescued from the burning home died early Tuesday morning. Crews say that the fire started in the basement due to electrical problems. A D.C. man was sentenced in Montgomery County Circuit Court to life in prison plus 25 years. 21-year-old Abraham Douglas was found guilty last December of first-degree murder. The victim, 23-year-old Ahmad Bamba Gaye, he was killed last April in Tacoma Park. Investigators say that Douglas shot Gaye in broad daylight in the parking lot of the Park Ritchie Apartments. Well, the meeting between President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy did not produce a deal on the debt ceiling. The speaker said that they have different perspectives, but he thinks there's an opportunity for them to come to an agreement. Washington correspondent Basil John takes a closer look.
We want to make sure we do this in a responsible, reasonable way.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy said he had good talks with President Joe Biden on the debt ceiling, but no deal was reached.
We promised we would continue the conversation. We'll see if we can get there. I think at the end of the day, we can find common ground.
House Republicans have promised to not raise the debt ceiling unless some budget cuts are made.
The current path we're on, we cannot sustain.
But the White House says the president won't negotiate over the debt limit.
We're talking about programs that they want to take hostage. They should be able to do this without conditions.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is critical of Republicans for not sharing more details on what they want.
We incurred these debts already. We should just pay them. The Republicans say no. Well, what's their alternative? We haven't seen it.
The Treasury Department warns if Congress doesn't raise or suspend the debt limit by June, it could wreak havoc on the economy.
There's only one way forward here, and that is for Congress to raise the debt ceiling.
The Montgomery County Green Bank is providing $5 million for a project to add solar panels to a multi-family property. The Montgomery County project focuses on Seneca Village Apartments. The 58-unit property will feature solar array and new energy-efficient roofs with reflective coating. The project will allow for more clean energy transactions in the future, since the plan provides affordable financing solutions for properties with existing mortgages. Well, improving walkways. The city of Rockville is making improvements to pedestrian bridges. The pedestrian bridge access from Dawson Park Farm to Ritchie Highway expected to undergo repairs starting February 6th. The bridge will be completed in about 2 weeks. It will be closed during that time. Well, 2 students at George Washington University are trying to change how contraception can be accessed. They say emergency contraception is controversially, potentially expensive, and that's not easy to get. So they're making emergency contraceptives easier to get and more affordable by adding a Plan B vending machine in the basement of the Student Union Center. It's available at a discounted price of $30. The 2 students who created the service say they want to stop the stigma behind birth control and start a conversation that reproductive rights are human rights.
I think ISA really stand behind is that reproductive rights are human rights. And I know that is something that some people can feel are stripped after the overturning of Roe v. Wade, but it's small steps like this that really help us ensure you that as people that are on GW Student Association, we hear your concerns and we are really trying to work towards showing you that we really care about the students at this school.
Both students also say that they're not done planning on, they're not going to stop with just the vending machines. They also plan on sharing other ideas to help their fellow classmates. Well, if you're looking for ways to celebrate Black History Month, we've got you covered. Here, there are 3 things happening in the DMV that'll get you in the right direction. Sabra Forbes Cultural Arts Center in Kensington, Maryland is hosting a Black Business Expo on 2 Saturdays this month. There will be over 30 businesses from the area selling a variety of goods and products. That's happening on February 11th and the 25th from noon to 5. And the AFI in Silver Spring will be hosting the Men of Strength's 20th Annual Black History Month Film Festival. This year will feature 3 films that highlight hip-hop and its importance. That's on February 18th from 10:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And finally, from now until the end of February, the Library of Congress will feature an exhibit called Black Resistance. They will explore the theme of resistance through objects from rare book and special collections, as well as photographs. That's happening every day from 10 in the morning until 5 p.m. New rules for Netflix are rolling out, and here's how your account could be affected. Netflix says that more than 100 million households share accounts. Well, in a letter, the company expects to roll out paid account sharing. How the paid password sharing will be enforced and how much it will cost, well, that hasn't been released yet.
I see a shadow on my stage. And so, no matter how you measure, it's 6 more weeks of winter weather.
Well, you heard it there, 6 more weeks of winter. Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow this morning. People gathered at Gobble's Knob as members of the Punxsutawney Phil's Inner Circle summoned the groundhog from his tree stump. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, they compared Punxsutawney Phil's forecast to the national weather. They say that Phil has gotten it right 40% of the time. Brittany Ward over there smiling. In celebrating Black History Month, We are highlighting local DMV entrepreneurs who are turning their dreams into a reality. DC News Now's Corey James speaks to Cherie Brown, owner of Savvy Scents by Sherry, a local candle body and home scents maker.
What made you go into the direction of, candles and body scents? How did you get started with that?
You got it. I love candles. Point blank, period. And I love all things that smell good. If you walk into my bedroom right now, I probably have about 35 perfumes. I can't wear all of them, of course, but I just love what scents do to you. So I decided to put that into a product. So candles was an easy, thing. And then I have room spray and linen spray, right? Because when you go to sleep, it's nothing like spraying your pillow and relaxing after a long day. And then also when you get up or whenever you choose to take a bath, use, my soap products, which are handmade. And I have to say, my sister helps me a lot with the soaps.
And for anyone watching right now, a black man, a black woman, any viewer, what challenges did you face and how did you overcome them?
Overcome. Oh, you don't have enough time for that. But what I'll say to you is that the challenges are not unique just because I'm black, right? I'm a small business. Everything costs me more because I can't buy, in units of 10,000, right? I think that what I have chosen to do is to stay true to my brand. Whether you see me on the street in DuPont Circle or you see me in Union Market, you're always going to get the Cherie Brown experience. And so I say, stay true to your brand. Stay true to who you are. You're going to get a lot of naysayers, people who are like, I'm not paying that. Okay, bye. All right. But I know somebody else will appreciate what I'm doing.
And talking about staying true to your brand, one of the first things that you had told me about your candles is it can actually be used on your hands. I was taken aback by that.
I know.
Putting hot wax on my body didn't seem right. But we're going to try it.
But it's right. We are going to try it. So this is one of our top selling products. It is a body massage candle. Okay. And so I won't give you all of the details in it. Just know that it will never get hot enough to burn your skin. So let me just drop something in here. This has been burning for probably about 30 minutes. Rub that in. Okay. Not hot at all. You would think with that flame next to it, it'd be scorching. So we have vitamin E, we have coconut oil, and a whole bunch of other little secretive things where you could use it on your body as lotion, or Valentine's Day is coming up. If you choose to massage somebody else, wink, wink, you can do that also. All right. Cherie, thank you so much. Obviously, I guess the key message is never give up. Never give up. All right. Never. All right. Thank you so much.